Hello everyone, you should be able to hear me now. Welcome to the stream. Always nice to stream a little bit. What did I want to do? I want to start the game, right? That sounds right. So we continue Final Fantasy VII today, as we have done in the past few streams. And it's a long game, so there will be quite some time till we finish it. I think this is like the 4th stream. Oh, forgot to put the other window into the foreground so we hear nothing. Hope the volume is good. Oh, you can't see it. Now you can. Oh, it's so annoying that I can't tap out of the game and then the game just stops, but... well, we have to live with this. Let's go to the main menu. You bought it? Oh, you bought the symbol. Yeah, it finally got approved. So I have my first emoticon now for my channel, and just wanted to test it. I didn't expect it to take this long, but now it's here to stay. I need to make more stuff in this direction, but as you can imagine, it takes time doing stuff like this, and sometimes you don't have the time. Okay, the beautiful main menu. Oh boy, it will be difficult to find the right save game, right? Is this the right one where you play for 10 hours now? We're just in Midgar. Wow. Didn't expect to stay this long, but we farmed a little bit. That's an earlier save game. 5 hours, 4 hours. I would assume that we would have saved it here somewhere. So this should be the latest save game that we have. We are at a very interesting point in the story. I did some research to find stuff out, but it probably did not work. No, it did not work, but things were a little bit different than I remembered them, but that is not a concern of you guys. So let's summarize what happened last time, in case you were not there. First of all, we went into the headquarters of the Shinra Corporation. That's basically our enemy so far. The guys whose reactors we started blowing up. And they have Aris, our friend, and we need to save her. Wait, is she back in my party? As you can see, she is back in my party. So we already saved her, but we got caught. And then, as you can see to the right, there are prison cells, and we were put in there. Then we talked a little bit, went to sleep, and when we woke up, suddenly things were different. For example, actually, there's one thing's again different. Wait a moment. I hope this is not... Can we interact with this guy? I have a bad feeling about what just happened here. You can see there's a lot of blood. Suddenly all people are dead, and our prison cell was unlocked. Oh, there's Barrett. I'll clean up back here, so you guys go ahead and don't get caught by Shinra. Yeah, so he already removed the corpse here. I don't know where he put it. Probably into the toilet. I don't hope so. And now we have to find out stuff. The problem is... if I remember correctly, we just need to go upstairs, right? And also, there's one little detail that is changed in this time. 2 little details. Here's the second one. We have new enemies. You guys remember there were all those Shinra soldiers back there. But suddenly, those Shinra soldiers aren't there anymore. And we have these guys. And they look really weird, like needles, and I think we will see them later again. By the way, there was a trailer released of the remake. I have to be careful what I'm doing here, right? Is this lethal? No, it's not. Problem is, Ares and Cloud have pretty good weapons, so... and that one, the last hits... Wow, that was a lot of damage. It just blew up. Well, at least we got one last hit. And a little bit of limit gauge, which is not bad to have. Oh, and we got the water kick. That is nice. So now, with this, we can change... Maybe? I'm so confused right now. Where did I stop playing last time? Did we fight Hojo? We did, right? Somebody here who have seen last stream and can tell me? It's like several days that I played it the last time, and I thought, oh yeah, I wanted to change the limit. So now we have, of course, the water kick, and we can change now from limit level 1 to 2. This is important because we now use, when we are in our limit break, we use all the attacks to this point here. So we do the beat rush, the somersault, and the water kick. But our limit will be bar will be reset to 0, which is bummer, but we can live with this. What's also different, yeah, like here's a giant hole in the thing, and it was a thing where we saw a weird creature in it, and it said Jenova. And this is a very interesting part of this game, and we will explore, I hope, in this Let's Play why that is. Let's go up and see what happens if we go up. Oh, we also already met red 13. It looks like it leads up. So I just went down and saved after this. Okay, remember now. We saved Ares for those beings. Okay, that's also good. So now we can, for example, bring... wow, that should kill. I did not expect Cloud. As you can see, Cloud deals a lot of damage when he does a attack into the back of an enemy. Now it's far less damage. Don't want to have Iris get this kill. Either... Well, Tifa doesn't need it really. But this should be a safe kill for Cloud now. Yeah, it is. Nice. But as you can see, he does still more damage. Yeah, looks like ants, but they're not. They're weird, like needle mutated creature things. Let's check this again, because there is a materia in here we called enemy skill, which is really important. We don't have it equipped now because it makes no sense at this point to have it equipped, but it will make a lot of sense soon. Let's check up here if there's an item we maybe missed. Can we interact here somewhere? No. If I remember correctly, we just have to go further. Let's go up here. No, nothing here. No hidden item. Oh, just an enemy. There's like dogs that are mutated or something. Really weird. Oh, healing wind. Well, we can just use it. So maybe Ares. Does Ares already? No, she doesn't. Could be listed here if it was. Oh no, he forgot. They should hopefully kill it though. Now we are healed back. As you can see, the music also changed. Quite interesting. Attack the other guy. Oh, Cloud doesn't limit. That would be such a waste. Let's just try this. Also, Cloud has an item equipped that he can't be poisoned. Doesn't kill. Now we can use another bolt and just kill it. When Tifa turns green, she looks like a frog. Well, I wouldn't say it to her because she can punch you really hard, but I know what you mean. Oh, there it is. So now we have both limit abilities of Aerith. Let's check what it does, though. Constraints and stop the magic of all opponents. So this is basically a silence for all enemies, which can be quite useful if the enemies cast a lot. But silence is more powerful against the player, I feel, because he uses a lot more spells. So probably not that useful. I think about... no. Okay, I think... no, we can't leave here. We have to leave here. Okay. Oh, and another fight. Come on, random game engine thing. Oh, the teapots. The brain pot. I don't know what those have. Let's just kill the dog. Could you please stop poisoning Tifa? Thank you. So when there's when poison is on someone, he just crouches a little bit in the neutral position. Also like how Aerith's death is just floating around. But now Tifa's asleep. Cool. Also interesting that the bot does not think about even... oh, Crota's there. Hi, Crota. Nice to see you. Again, thank you for the sub. Always nice to have my mod number 1. I'm not sure if you're mod number 1. There are not many mods here. Hollandan is also a mod. Okay. I thought I need to go here. Now I'm... why can't I go here? I have a really bad feeling about all of this all of a sudden. Because last time when I stopped streaming, I played a little bit further. I feel like... although I should heal my dudes, but maybe Aerith manages to reach limit soon. Who has the cure? Okay, she can cure herself. Let's just do this. What does this guy say to ice? That's quite a lot. This should kill then. Also have the protect ability in it. Some of the things here should sound familiar. Oh, Phoenix Stone, that's nice. Maybe I should heal. Who doesn't need magic so much? Well, Cloud has actually quite a lot of stuff. Probably not worth it, but whatever. Why can't I go through here? Where do I need to go? It looks like it leads up. Oh boy, I'm an idiot. It's not on the top floor, it's down here. I thought up. And it was up the stairs, but no, that's wrong. So we follow this line of blood and still have to figure out what's going on. I don't want to fight those guys again. Come on. Is this sleep? Or just poison? Okay, we just escape. You can also escape fights, which I rarely do, but... quite interesting. Although this is interesting, you have like a claw or something that hit the wall here, and the blood leads up. And now we come to the first interesting part. We also had it down there, by the way. Actually, what is on the other side? Oh, it's just a door. Okay. I hope I don't get a random fight. We made it. So now things start getting interesting. Halo C vibes, yeah. So the game doesn't really tell you what is going on here. You could make a conclusion, because in the room before... Well, I tried to find a screenshot for it later. Oh, we can also save and another random fight. Actually chose a really bad point to make break, but we will get into it again. Oh, that was a hit. What's it called? A critical hit. Uh-oh. Well, now Tifa is in limit 2, and she actually needs... Now, as you can see, we have 3 wheels instead of 2. Oh, I hit a lot. So that should kill. A little bit waste, because Cloud also needs the next level. But you can see we do 3 attacks instead of 1 or 2 as before. And that is quite powerful, as you can probably imagine. By the way, what level is Tifa? 16, 13? Okay, Ares is just so far behind when it comes to level. Quite kind of weird. And as you can see, this thing seems to be really knowing where it's going to. And this is... Now we come in the discussion of the story of Final Fantasy VII to a really important point. Let's find a safe spot here, because this is one of the more interesting parts. Maybe I should explore here, but I can spoil there is nothing to find here, if I remember correctly. Maybe there is, or maybe... No, I'm actually curious now. There is there's a what is it called? With a shelf, but you know what it is. A thing where you put things into. Sometimes words. Can we escape here in time? We can't. So, what we do is... Do we have an... We could check fire, a little bit of magic here. Let's do healing wind, because we'll get some damage here anyway. As you can see, Cloud has an item that he gets 0 damage. He can't be poisoned. He's immune to poison now. But now we get healed anyway. No problem. Hopefully Cloud can kill it. Yeah, nice. Just keep on hitting Cloud. He doesn't care. That was not that much damage. Also not that much damage. Let's try lightning on this guy. Maybe it kills. Yeah. So for people who don't know, I tried to get the last hits to a specific character to get a new level limit thing, as we just got. And I don't care about the other stuff, but now we have a lot of options. So Tifa and Cloud are both limit level 2. Now we have the Blade Beam, which is a really cool attack. We lose our limit thing here, so maybe it would be cooler if we could have just used it, but whatever. Also amazing if we could look out here. Must be an amazing view from here, because this is really high up in the building. We are in the 69th floor. Right, but I can't use anything here, no computer, even though it would be really interesting to have access to those. Also, there's a room that I never checked. There are just far too many random encounters here. I also don't know how the escape mechanism works. I don't know if it's just a random number, or if it's like it generates a random number when I hit it while running. I escape or something. I'm not fully sure how it works. Okay, there's nothing here to look either. That's sad. Well, nice try. Nah, we don't need the other stuff, though. Okay, now we come... Now story time. He's dead. The head of Shinra is dead. Then this sword must be Sephiroth. Sephiroth is alive? Looks like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword. Who cares? Who did it? This is the end of Shinra. Wait a minute. But please, don't kill me. What happened? Sephiroth. Sephiroth came. Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? Yeah, I saw him with my own eyes. You really saw him? Would I lie at a time like this? I heard his voice too. He said something about not letting us have the promised land. Then does that mean the promised land really does exist and that Sephiroth is here to save it from Shinra? So he's a good guy then. Save the promised land? A good guy? No way. It's not that simple. I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different. Rufus, I forgot about him. Who's that? The Vice President Rufus, the President's son. So, as you can see, this Sephiroth guy seems to be a big deal. And we will learn more about him when we leave, or the story between him and Cloud when we leave Midgar, that's this place here, the city. And there's all kinds of other information there. If you have seen the trailer from the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you also saw Palmer in there. It was a guy with a teacup. He is the president of the space program of Shinra. So quite interesting. We already learned parts of this here in the story. Actually saw all of them in the trailer. I heard that he'd been assigned somewhere else for a long time. Probably means Sephiroth, I'm not sure. I only know his name. I wonder what sort of person he is. I've heard that no one's ever seen him bleed or cry. Well, that could be true. So, as you can see, the president of Shinra, this guy here, is dead. All of a sudden. Stabbed by this sword here. And that is kind of weird. Would be amazing to take it, but as Cloud said, and probably, I assume this is the in-game explanation where we just can take the sword and fight with it. Because it's actually quite powerful, as we will learn later. Just that we don't take it and have an explanation. Yeah, you can't take the sword. But this is a really, really interesting part. Because isn't this some kind of a little bit weird? If you think about it. We came from here, saw all this blood thing here going on. Leading upstairs, then we go upstairs. No way. Come on, random encounter at a time like this when I'm alone, all on myself. Guys, come on. I think they can't hit me because this has a chance to poison and I can't be poisoned, so maybe that's the reason why it doesn't hit. And all of a sudden all those weird enemies are here, the music changed. Kind of weird stuff is going on. And this makes this game quite interestingly. What exactly happened here, the game doesn't shove in your face. You have to find it out a little bit by yourself. The game tells you a lot, but it's actually quite complex, and in this, some details get lost. So, yeah, suddenly the blood is gone. And suddenly we have this guy here, and he's dead. And the blood was probably not his blood, because he was killed in this chair and not somewhere else. What makes no sense to kill him, I don't know, 2 floors below and drag him up here at the highest point of the Shinra headquarters. So somebody with his blood, what do we call it, bloodstained, went all the way up. Yeah, he's a Druid god. That's probably a good way to put it. So as you probably remembered, the question is, will we go down here? I'm not sure how this works, but yeah, we probably will. Oh, I never saw this before. You can move and the head of Cloud still sticks through the door. I never saw this before. Quite interesting. So as we have seen here, there's another guy coming, his son, Rufus, with the helicopter. And we have a meeting with him now. So, Sephiroth was actually here. By the way, just who are you? I'm Cloud, ex-soldier, first class. I'm from Avalanche. Me too. A flower girl from the slums. A research specimen. What a crew. That move. Well, I'm Rufus, the president of Shinra Inc. You are only president cause your old man died. Correct. I'll let you hear my inauguration speech. Father tried to control the world with money, and that worked for him. The people believed that Shinra would protect them. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If terrorists attack, the Shinra army will help you. It looked perfect on the outside. But I do things differently. I control the world with fear. It's too much to do it like my old man. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste good money on them. He likes to make speeches, just like his father. Get Ares out the building. What? I'll explain later, Barrett. This is the real crisis for the planet. The hell's that supposed to mean? I'll explain later. Just take my word for now. I'll go after I take care of him. Alright, Cloud. So it's 1v1. But before it's 1v1, we have to do other things here. Cloud, I just thought of something. I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone get to the elevator. It's going to get pretty ugly from here on. We should check on our equipment. To remove Tifa's stuff? No, she's my standard character. And you will see why we don't actually need it, even though it would be a little bit lame, to be honest. So we could change it back on later, if I'm totally honest. Do we have any materia? We have only like a sense. Okay, chat, what do you say? Shall I remove the materia and equip my other dudes, or should we just go as we are? At this time, I drink a bit of tea. And maybe check what's going on the Discord. Oh no, the music stops when I do this, right? Okay, should not go to the Discord. Also, is OBS still working? It is. Perfectly. Okay, chat is really indecisive. Yeah, we could use some of this, to be honest. What chat? Remove! Okay. Nice. Angmar has spoken. I'm not really listening, to be honest. No problem, Crota. So now we have unequipped some of the stuff, and... Oh, she already was equipped, right? That's good. Oh boy. That was probably... Oh, they removed all of it, right? Not only Tifa stuff. So lightning and all. I'm not even sure if we have enough stuff. Do we have a better gun? No. Maybe we need the 4 slots for Barret now. Barret the Magician. Well, we will see what's going on. I could imagine that our friend... Oh, I'm playing Civilization 6 with Johnny and Michelle. Nice. But nice that you're at least somewhat listening. Yeah, let's just give him poison and... Yeah, we have 2 restores, so let's give him a restore so he can heal. And for our good friend here, let's restore... No, let's do it totally differently. Let's go for... Is this restore? Yeah, it is restore. We take lightning instead, and we take the elemental, and we take restore, and then we take all. That should be it. And we can also level sense a little bit just because we have the space for it. Even though we don't need it. We can't use enemy skill yet. I know which is the first enemy giving us a skill for it, so it's not here in the building. This is a little advantage I have because I know the game quite well. Is there stuff that we could equip still? No, he already has. Oh, we have the protect against poison. Not bad. They unequipped those guys a lot. Still have no clue what the stat spirit does. Maybe I should check it at some point. I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone get to the elevator. Okay. Now we have a fully equipped crew. As you can imagine, there's probably stuff waiting for us. Oh, there's another room I didn't check. But we can check now. Nope. 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 By the way, here's the elevator. And enemies. Let's see how powerful our second crew is. And as Barret the Magician, he will do some damage. Getting Rick 13 into a limit would also be great. Barret doesn't really need it. We have stuff here. We have fire to all. So now I don't care who gets the last hit. Barret could use the second. No way. He just... Really, guys? No, still alive. Okay, 13 gets the last hit. Oh, that should wake her up at least. No, it does not wake her up. That's interesting. Okay, now die, my friend. She does a lot of health, but no problem. We can heal her. She's also close to the limit, so no problem. We have a lot of money. We fought just far too much. Magic, ice, fire. Okay, she doesn't have a heal. But Barret has one, so he can heal Ares. Nice. So I still want to go down. Maybe I can make it work. I can't go down. It's blocked. Interesting, didn't know that. So the game wants us to go here. There are also some more devices to check, but nope. Works not. Okay, now we get into the legendary elevator. Also like how the screen moves a little bit when we go in and out. Feels like the elevator just goes down a little bit. Because we are so heavy. I mean, Barret is quite heavy. And as you can see... Oh, what's that? And this is actually a boss enemy. So let's see, we have a lot of lightning power here. And we will use a lot of lightning power against our friend there. We don't need the limit of Ares right now. Not sure what's more effective, ice or fire. 134. Let's check the fire damage of Ares. 83. Okay, let's keep this in mind. Let's check ice then. Oh, 82. So fire is more better. It's better. Ouch. Do we need a heal though? No, not yet. We can just use Ares heal, I guess. Maybe a little bit early. It's funny that the camera has a little bit trouble on focusing on Ares because the platform moves down while we are fighting. I also can't attack him. Barret could attack him because he's a ranged attack, but the other are melee, so we can't reach them from here. But we also have an interesting item that Ares could use, and that is the legendary grenade. We bought some, if you remember. As you can see, it does 143 damage. As you can imagine, that's quite a lot of damage if lightning just does the same amount of damage and costs mana. And by the way, Barret is in limit. I did not notice this because I'm a fool. Robo-Tank. Yeah, that's basically it. Magic. Oh, it's already dead. Thought about throwing some grenades on them, but nope. No good. At least we have a limit left for Barret. Oh no! Surprise! There's another enemy. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Let's do some serious damage to this guy. We also see this enemy in the trailer of the new Final Fantasy VII remake, which is quite funny. They put a lot of stuff in there. Okay, now my good old friend is there in the limit too. Let's go with this. Let's find the grenade, throw at him. And I assume that Red 13 can also use his thing. But not now. And he fell down. No. Oh, he's back again on the platform. We can't probably do stuff. So, but we can heal everybody. Oh, that was a lot of damage. But that's good too. Because now I can use the Ares limit, and probably don't need to use it, but... So we have a lot of healing power, as you can see. No, not the dog. He's not a... Is he a dog? I don't know what he is. Maybe? Oh, I made a mistake. A little misplay here. As you can see, the melee fighters can't actually attack him. Well, we made it. We are actually very powerful at this point, with all the limits and so on. No problem. If you look at the face of Red 13, would you say it's a dog or is it more like a cat? Maybe something in between. Maybe he's like a coyote. Coyote? Do you say it like this? Coyote in German. Oh, we got a mithril armlet. And cut. Access menu. Remove materia. from members. The switch button, I assume that's the switch button. And then we go to the menu and equip Cloud. Because he also lost all his things. So what do we need actually? We need all... By the way, is this the best all we have? Yeah, looks like it. There's another one. Yeah, let's take this one so we get the boss HP. Oh, I did a mistake though. We need, of course, take Element and combine it with Lightning. We don't need all in the fight, which sounds funny. But I want to take at least one of the all materials just for the points. Let's go with Fire. Maybe let's go with Heal. Is there more that we need? Poison would be also an interesting material in this fight. As you can see, we can't have all of them with us, but that's no problem. We are sadly not even close to our limit. Because we haven't fought yet with Cloud again. No problem. He has full HP, but we don't have full mana yet. But no problem. And we'll start. Why do you want to fight me? You want the Promised Land and Sephiroth. That's right. Do you know that Sephiroth is an ancient? Whatever, I can't let either you or Sephiroth have the Promised Land. I see. Guess we won't be allies. And amazing boss music. Which gets all my videos claimed. So as you can see, this little dog friend of him. So we use poison on him. Because it instantly kills it. Goodbye, dog. Sorry. Maybe let's say it was a cat. And then we... I don't know what does more damage. I think lightning will probably do the most damage to him. No, 100. We can check what... Maybe if we wait a little bit, we can use our new limit on him. That would be great. We can also use poison on him. We'll probably do a lot of damage initially and then over time. Yeah, 130. Not bad. We can also cure ourselves. I would say let's wait for the limit attack because we are far too powerful anyway. And it heals like 400 or something. So no problem at all. Does that get us hit a few more times. And then we finish him with a limit attack. No way. Okay, he's not going. I thought he was going away. We need to get rid of the shield a little bit because it actually would reduce or halve the damage of our... Was it gone? Maybe. That could be limit. It is. Now we can't attack him anyway, so we try the Blade Beam on him. Our new limit attack. Not sure how much. And looks really cool, 300 damage. And that should be it. Well, as promised, we finish him with a limit attack. And this Blade Beam also cuts through... it hits multiple enemies, it's really good. One of my favorite limit attacks of Cloud. Early on. Protect Vest, Guard... Source. I forgot what the Protect Vest does, but sounds good. So now we can check the area here. And the music continues. I think we have a homage to this music. Also in the trailer, which was great. I really love this music. But that will get my videos claimed, so... Luckily, I'm not doing this on my main channel. And goodbye, Mr. Shinra. We see you in hell, I guess, soon. Let's go down to our good friend Tifa, who waited for us. Where's Rufus? I couldn't finish him. This is gonna get complicated. Oh. I did not expect this. Okay, I have the very interesting question. We can't go outside, right? Our slogan is "Future is the world's future." Probably not. Turtles Paradise number 2. Of course, now I remember. This is really important. I totally forgot about this. Now that I remember it now. There are like, I don't know, 10 or so Turtles Paradise hints. The end of another hard day. Wouldn't like to sit back with a tall, cool one. You can, at the Turtles Paradise, stop in today. Because there's nothing like a smooth one after work. That's true, but you have to find all of them, and then you get something for it. I forgot what it was, but it has to do with Wutai, where the Turtles Paradise is. We get there much later in the game. And this one here, if you miss it here, you can't find it again, because we won't enter this building for a very long time in the game. So basically, if you don't get this one, this hint here, you basically fail the game. So good that we got this, but I read it earlier, but I couldn't remember what it was for. So everything in this game has some kind of purpose, which is kind of cool. I'm also really curious. Are all the elevators blocked now? Quickly, we can escape with this way. Doesn't work. Can we enter the shop? We can enter the shop. You opened up all those things without asking. Hey, wait. What is it? We could also buy some stuff here. I mean, we have a lot of money, but there's nothing special in here anyway. Thank you and come again, don't forget. We can watch TV in the meantime again. Won't do this because we can't skip the cutscene, so. I actually forgot how to get to these things open here. I hope that at this point she just left the building and we could snag the items, but can't. Just there's no enemy encounters anymore, which is good. And here's also where we will see this thing here soon. I mean, we should escape fast, and I'm just exploring the level again, but just make sure. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. I'll go on ahead. We are surrounded. If I was alone, this wouldn't be a thing, but I got a reputation to protect. Y'all get out while you can. It's not... Oh, it's not you they are after, it's me. Yeah, well, that ain't happening. You got caught up in this over Malene, now it's my turn to help you. Okay, playtime's over, jackasses. Thank you, Mr. Barrett. Who are you calling Mr. Barrett? That don't sound right. Well then, if you are through talking, may I suggest that we think of a way to get out of here? Huh? Oh yeah! You're cold, man. Just like someone else around here I know. Did you say something? Not a thing. So, what are we gonna do? Barrett. Tifa, where's Cloud? Everyone over here. Huh? What's up? Where's Cloud? He's coming. Hurry, hurry. Also, cool music and cutscene. We also see Red 13 in it, and his tail is actually burning, which is quite cool in my opinion. And we see the motorcycle that we saw. Also, look at the glass that is going to be shattered. It's really thick glass. Back in the day, this was also really cool. Look at this glass. It's just more like ice or something. It's pretty funny. And this glass is totally normal, so quite interesting. And now we got a funny little mini game coming up. Well, technically, Shinra is the company who owns basically everything. So they also own the police. So they are the police. So basically, we are stealing from the police. But I wouldn't call it stealing. More like borrowing. Because we won't keep the motorcycle. Menu console stuff. Let's go into... Yeah, we can do several things here. First of all, we need to form a party. I made a mistake. But no problem, we can change it. Form party is cancel. I need to be really careful what button I press now. So I'm not 100% sure. Even though it actually would make sense to go back to this menu and unequip the people I don't want to use. So... Nothing against Barrett. Okay, he's nothing equipped anyway. That's good. Nothing equipped here. There's a lot of stuff in this where you need to change protection vest. Vitality plus 10. That's good. Let's give Tifa the talisman. Because she also has level 2. She doesn't need to get damage. Same as Cloud. Menu for parties cancel. So I actually really like Red 13. It's one of my favorite characters. So I usually... This is a classic party I used to run, like Cloud, Red 13 and Tifa. One of my favorite characters. Even though I also really like Barrett. But, yeah. All characters are cool though, but... by the way, well, if Red 13 has nothing equipped, this is an indicator that they just removed all of the stuff from... Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, they removed all the items. So let's give him some more of these. Yeah, Red 13 is pretty cool. Let's give him... What is it, by the way? It's fire... The game has a tendency of lightning being very strong, so let's give him some stuff like this. He can actually also heal, right? So he's also the healer now. And he has a lot of HPs, and he needs to get limit attacks, so we get the second limit from him. So giving him the cover, which makes him sometimes... protect others from damage is good, so we get more limit power. We are going to think this through. Stealing, always a good thing to do in this game. Ice. We have 2 fire materials. I want them to... it makes no sense to have 2, so maybe... Let's check Cloud for a moment. What does he has equipped? He has Lightning, Elemental, Restore, all. Okay, that's quite good. And he has Poison. So let's give him Fire. That makes more sense. And her, we give Poison to her. Equip. Do you have better stuff to equip though? No, this is the best we have. Nah, we still have the Metal Knuckle. Couldn't buy could I have bought an upgrade for her? I don't know. But Tifa doesn't need the last hits right now. It's this guy who needs them. So in this case, actually thinking about it, would make sense to give her more damage. So... Right? So let's switch it out. let's say... No. It just doesn't make any difference which lightning I switch, right? Sometimes I feel like a fool. This is one of the cases where... and the sense stuff here, in case you're wondering what we are going with this, what we are going to do with sense. Sense only has one additional level and you can buy it, I think. And we have 2. You don't need more than one of them, so we don't need to get to the second level of this ability anyway. That's the reason why we won't do this. Okay, that should be it. I hope I didn't forget anything. Yeah, Cloud still has lightning and the restore, so he can heal. We have 2 heals and all. That's also not ideal in my opinion, but whatever. Why not? So we have everything, and now we have to play a funny little mini game where on which I'm really bad, as you will see soon. And it's one of my favorite mini games in the game. And yeah, look at this. Suddenly we have this here. And they are driving on the vehicles, and I can move around and try to hit. Sadly, I'm really bad at this. And you have to basically punch them with your sword. Oh no. It's so hard to hit. As you can see, if you can also make them hit the others if they fall down. By the way, this was such a cool thing in the original game. Come on. And triple kill. That's nice. Oh no, I missed him. It's so difficult to hit sometimes. Oh, we got him and him. Nice. Okay, I think I get the thing. No. Come on. Why am I not hitting him? Yeah, triple kill again. Nice. Oh, love this music. Yeah, the music is really great. I think this is also one of the Final Fantasy games with really amazing music. Got him. Oh no. How many of you guys are there? Also, I didn't know that the... Excuse me, sir? Could you please die? Where is he? No, this was the wrong button. Got one. No. Oh, it's over. Is it? No, it's not over. It's just a weird cutscene. Would you please stop hitting my friends? Thank you. Now it's over, I think. Even though we they spawned someone, but we don't care about him. And we can see there's a new player in town. But the road also ends. Looks like Bikini Bottom from SpongeBob. And we got amazing music again. Oh, it's so great. I love the music of the boss fights. And another giant robot thing. As you can see, it dealt damage to my friends, so I have to start in the boss fight with the damage I got from the race. Which is of course bad, but we have Cure All, so I don't care. Just make sure we can steal nothing from this guy, and we try Lightning. Nothing to steal, it's okay. He's free to get destroyed by us. Sadly, we don't have the limited text prepared. Did I just read a 300? Wait a moment. What does a grenade do? That's a lot of damage. He's no match for us. Because mechanical opponents are usually weak against lightning. Or towards, whatever the correct preposition is. And... oh no, fire. That's a lot of damage. Not just 140, so... we just continue with lightning. Just roast this guy. Okay, Tifa doesn't have lightning. So let's maybe grenade is the best option for her. But as you can see, Tifa just dodged. She's really good at dodging. Glaurung, but as robot. Yeah, right. Never thought of this. What does a normal attack do, though? Really amazing to get into limit. Sometimes when they change position, though, it's just 28 damage. That's not that much. But he will die really soon. That was a lot of damage. Cool. Let's cure... No, it doesn't make sense to cure. Let's take an item. A grenade. Switch to Cloud. We have another cure all. I'm a little bit worried that this guy will die quite soon, so I hope to get a limit attack. Okay, dude, you're wasting my time. Stop it. You could attack Tifa or something. Would love to see... Okay, that's good. And we have a limit. Okay. That was what I feared, that the next hit kills him, basically. Well, couldn't use the limit. But we got it anyway. A star pendant. That is also, I think, some item. I don't know what it does, though. Can't remember. Well, what do we do now? Sephiroth is alive. I have to settle the score. Will that save the planet? It seems so. Then I'm going. I'll go too. There are things I need to know. About the ancients? Many things. I guess it's goodbye, Midgar. And you probably have seen this here before. But we were on the other side, we couldn't leave. And now we just leave Midgar, but we can't enter again, in case you wonder. I know I'm weird, testing stuff like this out instantly. We can later though, again, but we need an item for this. We don't have it yet. You know what? This is the first time I've ever left Midgar. Really? Are you worried? It's dangerous. You sure want to go? A little. No, maybe a lot, but I have a bodyguard, right? We told Era's mom to go somewhere safe, so Berlin should be safe too. Yeah, she should be. She said she didn't want to stay in Midgar anymore. Maybe it's for the best. Yeah, probably if you get... I mean, the city is basically Shinra Corp, the city. And if you get hunted, or your daughter is hunted by the Shinra, you probably shouldn't stay there. You could argue, maybe, right in front of Shinra, that's the place they would expect the least, but they know that her mother and Eris lived in Midgar, so it makes sense. We told Era's mom to go... Oh, we already got this. Yeah, should be fine. I guess this is the start of our journey. We hate traveling? I don't know, but I don't have anywhere else to go, so I guess it doesn't really matter whether I like to travel or not. I'm going back to my hometown. I'll go with you as far as that. Okay, so that's our fellowship. And that's kind of cool, but don't worry, it will get bigger. So, yeah, this is Midgar. So if you have seen the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer, basically the game should also end here, because as far as I understood it, they only want to portray Midgar, and that's basically it. By the way, there's one thing I maybe... Can I change it here? Yeah, I can. I think I can change it, right? We could do a little thing, maybe? Oh no, I did a terrible, terrible mistake. Can I? I can't undo it now. Or maybe it works now. I just noticed that you guys have there's one thing going on with the screen. I can't change it though. Is there another screen active? There shouldn't be. That's weird. Oh boy, I'm doing a lot of stuff here in the background. Yeah, I found it. So there's the black bar below. I could move the screen a little bit to get rid of that, right? I need to maximize it for a little bit more precision here. Yeah, that should work. If I play another game, I have to change this again, but oh no. No, I moved it again because I'm a fool. Maybe if I lock it? Yeah, that works. Okay. Now I have to do the same thing with all the other windows here. That is a little bit annoying. Sorry for the inconvenience, but I just try to fix in case you wonder. Oh, that's a different thing. There should be. What is this here? Yeah, there's another thing. Okay, now everything should be back where it was. Maybe I should lock those down. Okay, let's try it out, and now it should be better, right? At least somewhat. Did I forgot something? Capture window. Yeah, we can lock that too. Yeah, that should work. Okay, sorry for that. So as mentioned, the game should, the remake should end here. They will release it in several parts, and as you can see, we only played I played now 10 hours or something. We played really, really slow. We leveled a lot, and I talked a lot about other things. So you can be here in like 5 hours, I would say. Speedrunners even faster, but in a casual playthrough, I think 5, 6 hours, maybe 8. That's a normal time for it to be here. But this is just the start of the game. It's maybe 1/10 of it, or 1/7 or something. I would say on a casual first playthrough, you can play this game easily for 70 hours or something. Let's say between 50 and 60 is probably more realistic though. So if it takes, I don't know, 10 hours to get to this point, or let's say 6, it's like 1/10 of the game. So quite curious what they will do in the later parts, or how many parts they plan to release with this. We're also in the slum outskirts. Quite cool. So we have the mission, and if you think that is enough story time, then you are wrong. There is much more story time to come soon. Then let's go here. Let's stay here for a while. No, let's go. We need a leader for our journey, cause that could only be me. You think so? There was it again. I TH'd the S, sorry for that. I think it should be Cloud. Of course. Alright. Go northeast to a town called Kalm or Kalm. If something happens, we meet up there. He's a bit sad that he's not the leader. Besides, we can't be all strolling around out here. It's too dangerous. Let's split into 2 parties. So let's go with Tifa and our good friend Red 13. For now. This is my preferred party. Maybe we switch those like this. I know what you say to this. But this is my preferred party. Other this hard word, suggestions in the chat. Maybe you want Aris or Barret instead of Red 13. But Tifa and Cloud are not negotiable. I won't negotiate about. But I think Angmar really likes Red 13 too, so I feel like that should not be a problem at all. Nah, that's no problem, Crota. We're at the beginning. We basically just completed the tutorial of the game, so to say. And every Final Fantasy standalone, so the other parts of it are not connected to the story of Final Fantasy VII. And vice versa. Well, I go with it. Goodbye. Late at Kalm. Okay. And another game mechanic. The world map. This game has an overworld. He looks weird. I mean, he's an ancient cat dog-like being, I don't know. That has a really cool story, by the way. On the world map, access the menu anytime and select save. So we are now on the world map, as you can see here. There's also an interesting button. I forgot which it was. We can switch to, yeah, there it is. We can switch to the camera perspective from this to this. So this thing here that you see here, this is Midgar basically. I know it looked a little bit better in the video cutscene, and suddenly we are also very big in comparison. But yeah, this game has an overworld. There's also some way, yeah, here it is, to open the map. So this is a map of Final Fantasy VII's world. We are on the open world time. We are on the East continent. That's a word. And as you can see, there are multiple other continents that we can travel on or to. And there's a lot of stuff and special secret stuff to discover. It's a really big game. Even though compared to open worlds today, it's nothing in comparison. But it has a lot of content, and it takes some time to get to the places you want. So on this part of the map, though, we can save everywhere, which is quite cool. So this is the first part. No, that's wrong. Our first steps outside of Midgar. And really cool. Now we have to make one change, because now an materia becomes really important in my opinion. Let's call it the enemy skill materia. And you will see why that is, I hope. Also, I need to sacrifice something. We need Tifa to get a better stuff, basically. I would say he has more HP, so we go with the 4 slots for our friend here. Restore all makes no sense anymore. Fire. I don't like this setup though. I'm totally not satisfied with this. We would need like the next upgrade to this, but for now it shall be enough. I just want to have, for people who don't understand the system, I just want to have it equipped. So all the stuff in here, we can also equip this one then. No, this one's better. It's higher up. So they get basically experience points and level up. So the characters can level, and these materia things can level too. That's the button. Also, there's the map. Where do we need to go? There's one enemy here we want to fight. Because he will have our first enemy skill. But it's not him. I think it's not him. It's called Devil, right? We can analyze him. 240 HP. Has he something... Does he have something to steal? A high potion. That's actually really good because high potions heal... Also, we need to use the limit. We can't keep it because he needs to use it like 8 times. And it also kills him. So let's level up Red 13's limit power also a little bit. By giving him limits and blast hits. No, I always forgot what button what does what. We also see Kalm already. But I need to fight one specific enemy and it's only in this area. And you probably noticed that I know the game quite well. Oh, those enemies. We need to kill them fast. Let's just attack this guy. He stole a Mistral Armlet. I can't believe it. Okay, he's dead and we got the Mistral Armlet. Those enemies can steal from you, which is, as you can imagine, annoying. And yeah, they can also escape. So just imagine you have this very, very powerful weapon in your inventory. You have it, you don't wear it. And this guy comes, steals it from you and escapes. And the item is just gone out of the game. You can't retrieve it anymore. As you can imagine, that is, or would be infuriating. And this can easily happen. So always kill them really fast. In Kalm we can also shop. I think we can get buy an upgrade to what we have so far. But I want to get this enemy out of it. We also see a lot of popping in the background. So the PlayStation 1 wasn't really... Oh, there's the enemy we actually want to fight. Now we have to wait a lot though. Let's see if we can steal from them. We couldn't steal yet. They have an ability. In German it was called Mantra Zauber, Mantra Spell something. I don't know what the English name of it is. But they have a special ability, and if it hits now Cloud, and I hope it does, we actually have to wait a little bit. And we only need 1, but 2 would double the probability to use the actual ability. Yeah, there is Matra Magic, that was the name. Nice. As you can see, we learned the skill, and now good old Cloud can use Matra Magic too on them. As you probably can imagine, that's quite good. And it does a lot of damage. Do we need Tifa limit? We don't need it though. Oh, actually we need it. Now thinking about it. Because the reason why we need it, Tifa... Oh, I forgot to confirm. Tifa is... she needs to use her limits. So that's actually good. Yeah, that's such an interesting mechanic. And now you probably will understand why if we select Matra Magic, enemy skill, it's called. It's this one here. Why it has so many stars. So you can learn, I don't know how many that are. In my mind it's 28. So it should be 14 on each thing here. I'm not sure if I'm counting correctly. I'm really bad at counting, by the way. But for those who are better, so it's either 28 or 26. Wait, it must be 13. 13 doesn't work. It could be 24 though. 28 or 24, something like this. Whatever it is, I also knew at one point every location of those enemy skills I memorized them. I don't have them up in my mind anymore. It's just too long ago. But it's a really cool mechanic in my opinion. And since we have done it, we are a little bit, what's it called? Paranoid. We just save again. Let's go to Kalm. Can we leave it again? We could. That's also good. We could also try something. Let's try. Shall we try something? I mean, it doesn't help us in any shape or form if we do it. And come here back. No, let's go shop first. That's the inn. Oh, no, we can't return. So this is Kalm. We're supposed to meet at the inn. Shall we go? Let's go, Cloud. I actually wanted to shop before we go, but... The question is there a shop? I also really love Kalm. It's one of my favorite things here. Interesting detail. No, I can't spoil it though, but keep this building here in the background, this tower. Behind these front buildings here at the wall. Keep it in mind for when we complete the game. Oh, there's another interesting thing here. Oh boy, there's so much stuff to discover. This is the item store. It's a good introduction. Is there stuff we need? So, journeying forward, we will for sure need Tranquilizer, and we for sure need some Hyper. We have 3 10s, that should be enough. We can buy one more, I think. Not a problem. Poison is not that big of a deal. We have 14 Phoenix Downs and potions, and we're at a point where we probably will use high potions more and more. So we don't need to buy more potions. What is this? Oh, that's a materia shop. That's interesting. This is a materia store. Really good. So as you can see, sense, we can just buy it. If you level it to max, to the max level, it will create a new sense materia, so you can double it. For buyable stuff, that is not really useful, but for not buyable stuff, this is really useful to get multiple of those, and we will later... I probably won't get some stuff to max in this game because it takes a long time, but that's nothing. But we will buy heal though. You probably think, hey, we already have heal. No, that's different. The other is cure. Cure heals, and heal removes status effects. So we want to have this too. We also don't have earth, which I also want to have at least one time. We already have poison, steel, and sense. We only need like 1 steel, no problem. So you can also see that the material stuff is quite expensive. And I assume in this thing here, you see materia glowing around. That's quite cool. And there's a weapon store too. I don't have to even leave the building, which is quite convenient. So we have the Mithril Saber. Didn't I change? No. I'm not sure. Cannonball. Mithril Claw. The full metal stuff. You see we got an item for Eris. And you see her item is just so much better than what we can buy here. You can also buy 2 of those. Now we have equipped, owned. We have 3 in total, so we just need 1 more, I think. However, as you can see, yeah, the stuff here, we can buy it for completion's sake, whatever, but we don't really need it. Also, I have not changed the sword. Oh no, now I feel really foolish. So, as you can see, we have still... totally forgot to change the sword of Cloud. We have the Buster Sword, which is his starting weapon, actually. A really cool, iconic sword. But I also got the Hard Edge, and I farmed it and got it and forgot to equip it. As you can see, it is also much better than the Mithril saber we got here. Because this weapon we get much later. So we even went really easy through all the game so far and haven't even equipped our most powerful weapon, which is quite funny. To some degree. Yeah, I'll do the other stuff later. Oh no, I accidentally moved in again. There's this here, when we have a lot of people we can talk now. I hear that the natural resources near the reactor are being sucked dry. We're better off with the Marco energy. My old man was a miner, but he couldn't go to work after monsters starting appearing in the mithril mines. Now all he does is sit around getting drunk in the bar. That's sad. And here is said bar, I assume. Stay out of the kitchen. Okay, miss, sorry. Just a role-playing reflex. I hear terrorists bombed Midge reactor. There have been a lot of dangerous accidents recently. I hate it. I just hate it. Me? I used to work in a mine down south called Mithril Mine. But a while back monsters started appearing. After that, business went to pot, and now I spent my days here drinking. It's kind of sad. Also, yeah, Mithril, Lord of the Rings reference in Final Fantasy, always amazing, I guess. But I'm not 100% sure if it's a Lord of the Ring reference because... Wait, let's look this up. I'm actually don't know this. Maybe Angmar knows. If in mythology Mithril also existed. Of course it's spelled differently in the Lord of the Rings universe. Without a Y. Let's find out if there's an interesting reference or something to learn here. The page would load, but it of course does not. Come on. My internet down? Can you still hear me? I'm now a bit sad that it doesn't work. Let's ask Wikipedia for the time being. Oh, it's a okay. Wikipedia says it's a fictional metal found in the writings of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, Rule, which is present in Middle Earth. Properties, other Tolkien writings. No, so it seems like indeed a Tolkien reference. I'm not sure. Inspiration. Ah, there it is. In the Hervara saga, which was a cycle dealing with a magic sword, Dyrfing, the hero Orvaot, was similar male code with... Ah, okay, it's the male code as a reference in of itself. It can only whether metal candidates... Oh. Platinum as silver. Tolkien, being highly educated, would have the knowledge metal's difficulty in preparing them. Interesting. But it seems like it's something that Tolkien came up with. So yeah, even in a Japanese game from 1997, we find a little bit of Tolkien. Isn't that amazing? You can truly see that for people who don't know and maybe watching for the first time, I have a Lord of the Rings Lord channel on YouTube. So this is always a topic. Hello! Oh, playing a little bit of Final Fantasy here. So we can't do anything here yet. The question is, shall we explore it later? Or, I mean, we could do it really fast. I heard President Shinra was killed and his son Rufus, the new president, was badly hurt. Well, it's actually known that he was badly hurt. You're pretty smart. That's, hey, I bet that was news to you. You're pretty smart. Well, it was us who hurt him, so that's kind of cool. I just between us, I heard it was them, Eva Warrior columns, that got President Shinra and his son. The famous floating city, Midgar. Just once, I would love to see it in person. Well, you can just walk there, but probably it's dangerous, I assume. And there's an old man, probably has some interesting stories. Thanks to the macro energy, Shinra Inc. develops for us everything. Or develops for... Yeah, there's a comma. Maybe I should read it correctly. Again, thanks to the macro energy, Shinra Inc. develops for us. Everything's more convenient now. Sorry, sometimes my brain is just not up to the task of reading. Tourists, huh? Here are a few things you should know that will come in handy when you travel around the world. Want to hear what they are? I think I already know them, so this is like a tutorial for the world map again. I don't want it. Is that so? Well, that's that. Have a nice trip. Oh, come on, listen to me. Got anything interesting to say? Also think about how to pronounce your name. Maria Lesme 97? Is this correct? I could also say German, Maria Lesme. But I'm not sure. Thanks to macro energy, life's pretty darn convenient, thanks to Shinra. Don't you think? Yeah, maybe you're full of it. This is a bit unfriendly, but on the other side, I don't know. I'm too polite to say the other option, to be honest, but I think that's the right thing to do. But sometimes if you confront people so directly, I would love the third option though. You can't change anything, so you need to be a little bit diplomatic. I would wish for a more diplomatic option. But I would hate to think of what life would be like without macro energy. So here is a little bit of world building. So Shinra, the corporation, owns all those reactors and people get energy through it and a convenient life. It's actually quite funny. This game is from 1997 and the topic of destroying the planet and stuff is still a big thing today. So quite interesting that this game was maybe a little bit ahead of its time. Macro energies made things a lot more convenient, but a lot of plants and animals have been disappearing at a rapid pace. I think the old life was better. Do you think so too? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure, I'm right. You think so, don't you? Well, this little girl is quite smart, I assume. At least she looks like a little girl in comparison to the size of my character, but it could be just a perspective. Can I loot this? No. Such a great game. Well, she should tell her mom. Also really interesting how this works. You see these weird things in the background and pipes and stuff connecting the buildings. Quite cool. There's also one person I want to meet here. Did you say you came from Midgar? I used to live there too, but I heard they got lots of troubles lately. And we have a dog. Okay, we already got this, nothing changed. There's some stuff here in the city if I remember correctly. Oops. Locked, can't open it. I'm not sure if it was here though. Maybe this is a guy. There's one guy who has something really, really cool for us. But we need a specific item for it. 2 actually. They're really hard to get. No, 3 things we can get from him. It's called the Travel of Kalm or something, and I'm not sure which building he was in, but a lot of interesting stuff in this game. There was a suspicious looking man in a black cloak. He was carrying a mean looking sword. Well, that's a hint of our good old friend Sephiroth. So, he has been seen. Oh, why doesn't anyone believe me? I'm so lonely. I actually believe you, dude. I really do. And here's the weird staircase. I think it could be here. No, just an item. The Peacemaker. If I'm not 100% wrong, this is a weapon for a character we don't have yet. And here it is, the Peacemaker, a long-range weapon. But it doesn't fit the symbol of any weapon we have so far. Which is also interesting. Why is this weapon here in this chest? So we should keep this Peacemaker in mind, chat, and think about it later if there's more to it. Why this item is here. And was it the Kalm dude? My older brother's so stupid. He's so embarrassing. I could just puke. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a soldier. That's why I'm training hard now. Guard source. I have no clue what this does, but I think we already have one of those. We have Ghost Hands. Drains MP of one's opponent. One opponent. That's interesting. Loco Wheat. Oh, that's confusion thing. Raises vitality? Oh boy, I think this could be named in the German version totally differently, so I need to find out. We have 2 of those. So there are some items that permanently increases your stats, and I think this is one. We have 2 of them. I didn't notice. They are in German. The last name is not Source, but Capsule. So they are like Guard Capsule or something, or Vitality Capsule, I think called in German. I'm not sure. So I didn't notice that this could be it. But I also don't know who I want to give Vitality yet. So we just keep it for now. It's also just 1 point, and you can level up to 255, if I remember correctly. So there's a lot to level in this game. This guy has the time of his life. I meshed too much. Okay, let's go downstairs and see what is going on. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, there's another door. Maybe he was in this building. Is it true that Shinra makes monsters? This is some of the weirdest... This is really interesting in my opinion. That some people in this village know stuff like this. We will come to this topic actually later. It's true. Yeah, well, either way, as long as we use reactors, we can't stand up to Shinra. It's really interesting. Also remember the clock here. Like, is this a clock? It is. No, it's not. Nothing happens. There was like a clock that you could use and something happens. This could be it. This could be the Traveler. I got my health and enough to eat. All's well. The world's at peace. All's well. There was some stuff here I'm totally missing or misremembering. Is this even the word? Misremembering? I hope. I remember there was somewhere a clock that you could use. And there was like a little riddle around it or something. But I also forgot what it was. Just too long ago. So this is the inn. I assume he does not live in the inn, so it was probably in this building. No, that was wrong. Maybe this is the guy. I'm not 100% sure anymore. Is here a clock somewhere? Empty. Can't remember, but I know that... Okay, nobody's here. Can't remember where it was. Oh, it could be another town that looks a bit similar, that's Nibelheim. Also, this is probably the tiny reactor of this place that actually generates the energy, in case you wonder what this here is. I need to look this up at some point. Could swear it was here somewhere. Oh, Angmar, are you back or in the wrong chat? I'm well. So as soon as we go in here, we have a lot of story time. So I need something to drink. A lot of story time, though. Mr. Cloud, your party is waiting for you on the 2nd floor. Oh, this could be the clock. No, it's not. Remember something looking like this. Whatever. Cloud, you're late. Yeah, that's true. Okay, just to be safe, because I probably need a save game at some point. Oh, I can't leave it here. I hope I could save. No, we can't save yet. Yeah, then we save later. We saved on the way here anyway. We can trigger this event quite fast. You are late. Yeah, I know. Sometimes controls are really difficult. Can't reach it. What on earth? I have no clue how to get this. Can't remember at all. Yo man, you're late. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Guess everyone's here now. So let's hear your story. You know, the one about Sephiroth and the crisis of the planet. Let's hear it all. So this is a really important moment in the game. And there's now a lot of... Now we come to backflash. I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I don't soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he was older than me and hardly ever talked about himself. Tifa, So I guess you would call us war buddies. We trusted each other until one day. One day? After the war, it was soldiers' duty to put down any resistance against the Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. So it's 21 now for people who are even worse at math than I am. It sure is raining hard. There's, by the way, the Sephiroth. Hey, how are you doing? I'm alright. I wouldn't know. I never had motion sickness. Everything's okay. Hey. Settle down. They gave me some new materia. I can't wait to use it. Just like a kid. You're going to brief us about this mission? This isn't a typical mission. Good. Why do you say that? I joined soldier to be like you. But by the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission, kind of a way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth? I thought you wanted a briefing. Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. So this is interesting information. When a reactor malfunctions, it can produce weird creatures. First, we will dispose. Is it correct? Dispose of those creatures? I would just say dispose those creatures, but it's probably also wrong. Get rid of them. Then we will locate the problem and neutralize it. The translation of this game is, by the way, a bit wonky at times. Brutal creatures? Where? The Mako reactor of Nibelheim. And if you know the Norse mythology, yeah, this is a reference to the Norse mythology, Nibelheim, or Niflheim. Nibelheim. That's where I'm from. Hometown. Sir, something strange just crashed into a truck. Into the truck. Something strange just crashed into the truck. Okay. Sometimes, as said, I'm bad at reading. And now we see Sephiroth in action and why he's powerful. That would be our monster. And we have a giant dragon. This was so cool. Flamethrower. Sephiroth does not care. 14 damage. 3000 damage. Flamethrower. I hope he doesn't attack me because I would instantly die. And 3100 damage. Yeah, you see the difference. But this was so cool. I thought, wow, this dude. Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He's far stronger in reality than any stories you may have heard about him. Yeah, we have Mithril now, and we have Ankalagon and Glaurung. So, yeah, a lot of probably references. Actually, I haven't checked the name of the dragon, though. How can we find out this? I could watch the VOD of the stream and check the name. The problem is I would have to mess with my streaming stuff, and I don't want it. But maybe we should do this. I'm actually curious. Did you look, Angmar, did you look at the name? By the way, of the enemy? Probably I clicked it away far too fast, so I'm a curious person. Stuff like this I need to know, or I become insane. That's just the way I work. Really curious. No, that's totally wrong what I'm doing here. I need to open my channel and then go to the video section really fast. And also mute it so I don't hear myself. I hope it's already in the thing. So it should be here right at the end. I found it. Attack. It's just called Dragon. Okay. Well, that's a bit boring. Okay, let's continue the story time for now. May have heard about, yeah. So he's really strong. So where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerized by the way Sephiroth fought. And then we reached Nibelheim. How does it feel? It's your first time back in your hometown a long time, right? So how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? My mother is Jenova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father laughs. What does it matter? Alright, let's go. So this is kind of interesting story bit here. He just told us... Wait a minute, how can we... Because this is also a stream and I said looking deeper into the story today, so let's do this right now. The problem is, I need to find a way. So to capture my browser window, I actually first of all I need to find the picture before I can show it to you. I hope I find it in a really good resolution. I think I found it. No. This is only it's getting weird, right? It takes a moment for me to get this set up, right? But can I make it bigger? I can. There must be a higher quality screenshot of this. Google has failed me partially. Let's see, that is too small. That's much bigger though. Do we have a bigger video of this, a bigger screenshot of this in a higher resolution? No. Maybe. By the way, did you notice that the Google image search changed a thing? Back in the day you could look for stuff and... Oh, there it is. You could select several sizes of... Okay, Crowder, nice having you on the stream. Good night. Sleep well. That is not sharp, though. There must be one sharp image of her. Well, that's the best I got. So we have to take what we have so far. That was step 1. Step 2, so you can see it. I need to disable the... Oh, it is already disabled. Oh, that's great. I need to disable the hardware stuff renderer for Chrome. And I hope it captures my window then. Where is it? I'm not sure if it will work though. It works. Okay, maybe I could press this here. Or make the transition. So as he just said in the game, he said that Jenova is his mother. This was in this tank or whatever it was, that in the Shinra headquarters with the name Jenova on it. And it's really weird to actually see what kind what's in it here. Oh, you can see my mouse cursor. So if you don't understand this picture, which I don't blame you because it looks really weird. So Jenova's part is actually, this is her body. This here is her head, but it misses. And these are her I don't know, wings or something. So it's a really, really strange being. And it also has an eye here. It's kind of weird. And when the first time I saw it, when I played this game, I said, what on earth is this? And there's also some, I don't know, maybe it's part of her organs or some kind of tubes from research or whatever go into her body. It's really weird. But back to the game. So this is his mother? What's going on? And he just said he does not know who his father is. So, yeah, that sounds strange, does it? And this is a thing, when you play this the first time, you probably most likely won't notice, but just with a thing we know so far about Jenova and what we have seen so far in the Shinra headquarters, we know, weird. There was also a hint in these shelves with books in the library with something called the Jenova project. So, weird. But this is what I love about this game and the world building of it. That there are so many little clues and hints hidden all over the game, like this, just in a what do you say in English? And just not in a, just in a sentence, just dropped as information, as a side information somewhere. And it's not only that; it's actually totally important stuff at times. But let's continue. We will look deeper into this as we go through this section of the game. I hope we make it in time, but I think we will. Psst, you keep wandering around here and you get in trouble. Wait a moment. You keep wandering around here and you get in trouble? Okay. So they don't want me to wander around here. Weird. Being on watch is so boring. You want to do what we always do? Shall we practice? Practice? Oh, you mean practice my pose. Do remember, do members of soldiers always have to worry about that what others think? How did it go? Was it like this? Good job. I really don't want to be a soldier. Okay, nothing to say. Let's go to Sephiroth. The Marco smells pretty bad here. Oh, also what we learned, another side information. I won't spoil too much about it, but remember when we fought against Rufus and he started the dialogue with saying, "Did you know that Sephiroth was an ancient? Same as Ares?" Kind of interesting connection here that he makes. And yeah, we will discover a lot more about these details in the game further down the line. But so far, it's quite interesting what you can already know, or what conclusions you can come up with just with the few parts we have played so far. And you probably wouldn't even notice because it's all in the details. What happens when I leave? I can't leave. Okay. Let's loot this barrel really quick, because looting is important. I have to do this again. Probably I should have selected the other selection, I suppose. This section also will start making a lot more sense when we are further into the game. By the way, is everything... yeah, streaming works too. Let's just go. Barrett. Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that the name of Sephiroth's mother? So Barrett also says this to us. I remember Jenova, that damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. That's right. You could please let us hear what Cloud has to say. You can ask questions later. Tifa, I was only... But this is actually a really, really good point by Barrett. Okay, Cloud, continue. Well, I also made it, so maybe I took it away. So the game really tries, but since this game is like very long and a lot of those hints are hidden in the game, you probably don't notice. Okay, Cloud, continue. The childhood friends reunite. I was really surprised with Tifa. The town was quiet. Everyone must be in their houses, afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they're afraid of us. We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early. Can't move. All we need is one lookout, so you others get some rest. Oh, and you may visit your family and friends. I heard Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of Sephiroth and the monster. Take my picture. I don't take pictures of nobody. That was kind of rude. I would say burned. Man, I'm so nervous. How come? Look, you never know when a monster's gonna show up, right? I'm excited. That's right, don't blow your chance to become a hero. So there's a lot of other buildings here. This is the inn. So let's... I don't know, where shall we start? Let's go here. Welcome. Hey, aren't you? Have I been here before? I don't remember. Now you're pissing me off. This don't matter. Don't get on. So get on with it. So as we can see here, there's another hint we can take from it. There's stuff here he can't remember. For whatever reason. So this is also a part we should keep in mind. Not sure which house was which. By the way, we can... That was the wrong button. We also have the Buster Sword still. Strength plus 10. An iron bangle, so equip is totally messed up. And we have preemptive. That is interesting. I forgot about this detail that we have this materia. This is the new materia Cloud talked about. So our chance of preemptive attacks is increased. Kind of useful. Where is the button for this one? There we would leave, but we can't leave. Interesting. I hope this is not the wrong house. This could be the wrong house though. Is this his house? No, it's not. Okay. Lucky me. Oh, you're with the Shinra. Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. It's you, Cloud. I didn't recognize you. Shinra? Shinra? Soldier? Salsa? Are you going to kill the monsters? Are you going to? Cloud, you've grown up to be a strong man. He's so cool. Way cool. Okay, maybe the clock was here somewhere in this thing here. There's so many things I don't remember. Okay. This is this house. I think his house was... Cloud's house was this one here. Yeah, this is Tifa's house. I remember, Tifa, Cloud, did you go in my house? Yeah. I thought you might be home. This is also interesting. We are now going into the memory of her, Cloud, into the house of Tifa. Tifa didn't know that we did this. Kind of interesting idea. And here's... I'm not sure if this was the key to the riddle or part of it. Maybe it was. Maybe it really was. But we have to do this, actually. Cloud. Oh, good night. Oh, maybe you wrote to Crowd, I'm not sure. Did you go into my room? Yeah. Of course we did. And because of this item here, the piano. This is actually... I think this is part of a riddle that we later need. If we now press a button... Did you play my piano? Yeah, I jammed on it. Now, how did this go? I remember. Start to end. Just a little. I can read the sheet music too, you know? Let's see. That's how it worked. Forget it. So this is a very interesting detail we will maybe come later. This is a really cool idea for a riddle. So if you do this, you get this melody. If you write it down, we can later do stuff with it. But you would never know if you just play it the first time, so it's really hard to miss. The letter. Did you read it, my letter? I would never do this. Of course we read the letter. We are just too damn curious. You remember what it said? I remember clearly. This is also really, really interesting. I read it. It was a letter addressed to Tifa from the son of the guy that runs the general store. Tifa, how are you? I just arrived in Midgar 8 days ago. Yesterday, all of Nibelheim got together to welcome me. The only person that we couldn't get a hold on was Cloud. But everyone said he wasn't really that close to us, so even if we asked, he probably wouldn't have come anyway. Well, enough about him. Midgar is really something, but to tell the truth, I feel so behind on everything, so out of it. Even the rooms of people in the slums are clean. Right now I'm living in the slums, but I plan to move to a really nice room like the ones I've seen in the magazines once I make some money. But to do that, I guess I have to find a job first. That's right, I still haven't found a job yet. I lied to my parents and told them I found a great job with Shinra Inc. I wonder if it's too late to go back, something I think I should have taken over my parents' store. Oh, sometimes I think I should have taken over my parents' store. Cloud, remember all of it? Yeah, I remember. Because there was some stuff about me. I just made it here to Midgar, but all I think about is Nibelheim. Hey Tifa, is that stupid old water tower still working? Is the old man at the inn doing well? Are my parents still at the shop every day? Have any monsters attacked? And most of all, how are you, Tifa? It feels like I haven't seen you for years. We were all talking about you last night. Everyone likes you, but because everyone idolizes you, I couldn't very well stab them in the back. I always acted cool, but actually I was just afraid of being jilted. Wow, if I keep writing like this, I'll become a love letter. So, I think I'll stop here. Take care. I'll write again. Yes, write me back, okay? Also kind of interesting little details here. What on earth? I did not expect to get an item like this here. But what was this item for? Cloud? It's true, just kidding. I can't remember what was going on with this underwear. I'd look it up. I can't remember this part. I remember that it was there, but I don't know what it does. Let me look it up real fast. I'm very curious about it. Just kidding, don't get mad. Let's find out what was going on with that, because I can't. It's just too long ago that I played it last time. I can also reread the letter here, that's good. But I don't know what to do with the underwear. I think it's just a joke. Interesting. I think it's just a joke. Just kidding, don't get mad. Cloud, we're talking about something really important here. I think it's really just a joke. So we have the letter part, we have the piano part. Now we come to see another person though. Oh, I got everything here in the house. So, this building here. This is my house. It has nothing to do with what happened 5 years ago. Yo, wait, I wanna hear. Me too, it's been a long time, right? Tell us more. You saw your family, right? Alright. I don't know if you would call it a family. My father died when I was still young. That's why my mom lived alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mom. My mom, she was a vibrant woman, hadn't changed at all. But a few days later, she died. But when I saw her, she looked fine. Cloud? Yes? Cloud? Welcome home, Cloud. Hi, Mom. And you can again see some weird flashes in there, as he couldn't remember fully the scene. Which is also an interesting detail. Come, let me take a look at you. You look so handsome. So, is that a soldier uniform? Mom, My, how you've grown. I bet the girls never leave you alone. Not really. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in the city. It would feel a lot better if you just settled down with a nice girlfriend. I'm alright. You should have. An older girlfriend, one that will take care of you. I think that would be best for you. I'm not interested. Are you eating right? I'm alright. The company takes care of me. Interesting detail that the flash happened when she asked him about his uniform, which is also a detail we should keep in mind. Is that so? I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. Cloud? You know, Cloud, isn't that right, Cloud? I've always been your mother. Let's stop this. So it's kind of, just to you can't. This is a really, really interesting part here. Isn't it a little bit weird that Cloud comes in here, goes into this place and has some weird flashbacks at times, like this place here, but this house here, he could even remember the notes he played on this piano piece. He could remember the letter in detail. There were no flashbacks here. But on the other side, when we go in his house and he visits his mother, he can't remember that in completion and seems to struggle with it. He also does not want to talk about it. So there seems to be some stuff more, and this is just by sheer observation from what we know so far. I want to go here inside. I think this is the inn. Aren't you? And this is also really interesting. This is genius. We have to... we will find out much later in the game, though, that this is genius and why this is the way, or is this way and not differently. I've been here before, I don't remember. Quite interesting. So let's go to the inn and hope we can save. Oh, this is interesting too, actually. We have this man here, and this is, this should be, I forgot his name. It's not Zangi, but something similar. It's the master of Tifa. Tifa learned martial arts because she fights with kicks and punches, so she's a martial artist. And this is her master. But what was his name? Can't remember. Something with a Z, I think. Is Shinra here to get rid of the monsters? Cloud. And who are you? Zangan, that was his name. I'm Zangan. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. That would be a nice nerd quiz, or nice question for a quiz for video games nerds and stuff. How many students has Zangan, Tifa's master from Final Fantasy VII? In this town, a girl named Tifa is my student. Did you say Tifa? Tifa has good sense. She'll be a powerful fighter. I also like how he jumps around. Oh. I want to see some Shinra techniques. And if you see anything you can use, you might want to incorporate some of my techniques. Well, good luck. So, what do you need, Cloud? Give me room. How's this town? Now, about the town. A lot of monsters have been appearing in the last 12 months. Other than that, there's not much change. Nothing much exciting happens in a little town like this. It was alright when they were building a reactor. Well, they were still building it. But once it was completed, it's been bad. Within a few years, all the trees on the mountain withered away. Also interesting world building detail. I don't know if the reactor was good or bad. I mean, it's easy to say that it was a bad idea now, but what can you do about it? Anyhow, we've got to get rid of the monsters. Then we will be able to relax a little bit. Where's Sephiroth? He's upstairs. Short answer. Give me a room. It's all reserved for you, Shinra people, so I don't mind, but wouldn't you feel more comfortable staying at home? Good point. Can I? I can go into the kitchen. Like all the little details. You can't interact with a lot of things. That's a little problem with this game. You have to go and click everything and maybe find an interaction here and there. But it's still cool that at times there is actually an interaction and a lot little tiny story pieces here. For example, the tree withered. We have again the part of the world changing, or the nature getting destroyed by those reactors. What are you looking at? The scenery. I feel like I know this place. And here again we have a very interesting little lore detail. Sephiroth. Oh. We have an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep soon. It's still early. I'm not going to wake you up tomorrow. Yeah, we want to talk to some people. We are short one bed. Nothing here to get. We're short one bed. Did we visit everything? There's one part, of course, I did not visit yet. And this is when we go up here. There's also a person still waiting for us. Who's this? You're from Shinra? That's right. Jeez, big-headed young kid. Who are you? I'm the town's... Aren't you Cloud? Don't you know me? You're Tifa's... Right, I'm Tifa's father. Tifa's father? Oh, that's the name. Stay away from my daughter. That's also weird, right? We don't need Shinra, we don't need the Shinra's help to protect our town. This mansion? No, I'll come here later. I think I can't leave here yet. Up ahead is Mount Nebel. I'll tell you about the time I went into the mountains. So we come to this later. I think we got everything. I can check here with this thing here to see every door. We can't enter here. This is Mother's house. Oh, this is Tifa's house. We did the stuff in it. Oh god, I thought you ended the stream. No, I did not. I just revealed very deep thoughts about this story and lore of this game. Why did you think that I ended the stream? Or I would end the stream? Not yet. Okay, I should do some get some progress done here though. Let's continue here. Sephiroth. Slowly, yeah. Let's get some sleep. I don't think we can meet Tifa yet. She comes a little bit later back here. I fired a guide to the macro reactor. I've heard she's young. I hope we can rely on her. What happens? I go back to my house. Hey, I can't remember much else. There's nothing more to talk about. That's alright, Cloud. Yeah, so when we go back in there, it just says, nope. There's not much stuff. Hey, stay over there. Think they would let me oh boy. Think they would let me take a picture? If I knew this was going to happen, I would have made mountain climbing off limits. Late again. I was so nervous, I couldn't get any sleep. Once the guide gets here, we are heading out. And there's our guide. Listen to me, Sephiroth, in case something happens. Trust me. I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 men from Soldier with me. I'm Tifa. Nice to meet you. Tifa? You're the guide? That's right. It so happens I'm the #1 guide in this town. It's too dangerous. I can't get you involved in this. There's no problem if you protect her. Let's go. Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento. Tifa, can you ask him for me too? Jeez. Great, thank you. I'll give each of you a copy once I get it developed. And cutscene. A macro reactor was built in Mount Nibel. So this is the mountain of Nibelheim, they're called. This way we call of the mountain. The cold mountain air of Mount Nibel was the same. I need to drink a little bit. There's just so much dialogue to read. Okay. Can I move out? I can. That's weird. So what is even more weird is that we have actually Sephiroth in our party now. And what is kind of interesting, we can look at his stats. So he has his sword, it's called Mother Moon. He has a gold armlet. And his attack is 999. Attack percentage 200. It's, yeah, quite kind of high. He has a tough ring. Vitality and spirit plus 50. Sounds a lot. If we look at status, it's also kind of interesting. So he's level 50. 78 strength. 65 dexterity, 121 vitality, magic 75, spirit 121, and so on. So it's kind of interesting. And he also has materia. What materia does he have? This is the most interesting thing. He has revive and it's master, so it's max level, restore max level, earth max level, all max level, so we can hit multiple targets with it. Fire max level, lightning max level, ice max level. And when I hit on it, it says Sephiroth, no, you're not taking my materia away, my friend. Of interesting. Well, we have a Buster Sword. 18. Almost no defense. We're level 1. It's also really, really low. And we have only the preemptive thing. So it's kind of interesting little thing that we can learn about Sephiroth. You would have expected he's maybe even higher when it comes to his level, like 99 or something with the highest level, but not the case. I can't check limits though, because I assume he doesn't have a limit attack. I can't do the item stuff. I could even cure Cloud because it's interesting. Even life 2. Wait, there's enemy skill. Okay, but nobody has it here. It's just there for completion's sake, I assume, because in the main game I have it. What happens if I go here? Aren't here random encounters? We won't do this because this just eats up too much time, but we could go back here from where we just came. Actually, if there are no random encounters here, well, I would actually go back and see where we land. But we have to trigger an event there. Ah, there are random encounters. It's actually dangerous because I'm so low level. He just does Ice 3. You see the first time all those powerful spells, he just kills everything. Kind of interesting. Where do we have to go though? Okay, that's wrong. It was also so amazing when I first saw all those high level spells here that I haven't seen before. The first time playing this game, so I was really impressed. I think Earth 3 also looks really cool. So you get like a little tease, Castlevania style. Question is, can we return from here to Nibelheim? And what happens if we do? By now you should know me that I'm a guy who just must try stuff like this out. Yeah, we just let Tifa alone in the mountains. She's waiting at the bridge for us, no problem. I hate myself for asking you, but don't take your eyes off of Tifa. Hurry up and go back to her side. What's Sephiroth doing? Interesting. We can return. I'm so confused that we can return to this place. I would have thought that the game actually blocked this. Also, there's a head of Tifa still, even though she wears it, but maybe it's a different head, I don't know. Have a safe trip. Oh, that's nice. Also, for example, here's also a letter, but we can't read it. So as you can see, it's sometimes hard to just to find out if you can. Oh, I think nothing will change here. Suddenly she's gone. Can we leave from this side now? No, we can't. What is if we talk to her master again? Oh, did you come crying home? That's not nice, but he's probably not amused that I left her, his student, alone in those dangerous mountains with all the monsters. Oh, we can also rest. That's interesting. Just, I don't know. I'm a weird person when it comes to this. This is always stuff I wanna find out. It probably has to do with Deus Ex being one of my favorite games. And Deus Ex sometimes, or a lot of times, has answers if you do stuff like this, which is a reason why I really like this game a lot. So people, there's not much happening here, so we have to return, but I really wanted to know what's, oops. We wanted to know if this is possible. I actually expected that you go like a few meters and then you trigger an area and the game says, yay, shouldn't we go back to Tifa or something, and then you return, but that's not what's happening. And that's the other lightning spell. I should have checked the items though, but we will get to fight a few more times to do this. Nice. Yeah. I think Ursus is also really, really cool. Hope she uses it soon. I think when I first time played it, when we fought this green dragon. Yeah, Sephiroth the Yeet God. Probably a good way of putting it. Oh, can get up here? Let's see who he is. Maybe. Oh, now we are. Oh, it's our turn. Can we actually damage those enemies? Oh, we have all the weapons. Ah, there it is. Quake 3, that's Earth. I thought this looked really cool when I first saw it. I also don't get age experience points and stuff. We can't continue here. Just exploring everything. Now it's his turn. As you can see, those things deal a lot of damage. Also, Sephiroth doesn't lose any mana. But now our good friend Sephiroth can heal us. We just survived with like 12 HP. Yeah, as you can see, he doesn't lose mana, his stats are just frozen. So, yeah, he's cheating a little bit. But the game just wants to portray how superior this guy is. He's basically the strongest fighter on Earth. Okay, maybe we get lucky. No, we don't get lucky. Oh, Cloud, it's his turn. I could check. Right, so you won't miss them, so they're dead. Interestingly, in the menu we have the items from the actual game. It's not like we have a new inventory or other items there. Quite funny. Okay, so meanwhile, Tifa was waiting here for us all the time. Let's talk to her. And where did these guys come from? It gets harder from me. Follow me. Oh, the bridge. And the bridge collapsed. And we fall down into the abyss. Interestingly, what's really interesting in this game is the fall damage on this planet seems to be really low because we survived multiple of those falls by now. Everyone seems to be alright. Will we be able to get back? These caves are intertwined like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth, one person seems to be missing. It may sound cruel, but we've no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here. This is also a potentially a really interesting information though. Also, I think we can't... Can we leave the level from here? Oh, we can. This is a way back, right? No. No, Tifa is never in the party. I thought she was also in the party. Well, he's dead anyway, so I don't need to do stuff. In case it's my turn, I will do like 10 damage or something. It's... Oh, I can't continue here. That's weird. And did it. Takes no damage, loses no mana. Meanwhile, when I get hit, I almost die in one hit. Bit hard to see where I need to go though. Okay, this time 70 damage, even almost double the damage I expected. But yeah, those enemies probably won't beat them without our good friend Sephiroth. It's such a nice idea to actually fight with him and see him in the party for some time. So I need to find the path now. What's this? A mysterious colored cave. It must be the Mako energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Mako reactor was built here. Also, do you remember those enemies? They're called differently though now. Twin Brain, the other were... What the other name? But yeah, they look quite similar. Fingolfin is Sephiroth confirmed. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I can't move into this cave. I actually thought you could go in here. That's why I came back. Stupid me. Well... Thought you could get to the side there, but you can't. Probably we can when you revisit this area later. This is also really interesting. We need to learn more about this. Story time. And what this? A Mako fountain. It's a miracle of nature. It's so beautiful. If the Mako reactor continues to suck up the energy, this fountain will dry up too. Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state. By the way, why is it that when you use materia, you can also use... Oh, why is that when you use materia, you can also use magic too? You weren't soldier and didn't even know that? The knowledge and wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and the planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic, or so they say. Magic, mysterious power. Ha 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 ha. Did I say something funny? A man once told me never to use unscientific terms like... a man once told me to never use unscientific terms like mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was. Who was that? Hojo of Shinra Inc., an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist. Hojo we also met before. He was the guy who wanted to do experiments on Aris. So this crazy scientist dude. He was a walking mess of complexes. A Markov fountain. So this is where the knowledge of the ancients is. So after this cutscene we continue and we see the Mako reactor. Weird thing that's actually quite big for medium. We can also return like the degree of freedom here. I didn't expect random encounters though. So what enemies do we find here? Okay, just those bird things with the weird name. No, sonic speed. But Sephiroth just killed them, so no problem at all. Okay, now story time begins a lot. We finally made it. We sure took the long way though. Tifa, you wait here. I'm going inside too. I want to see. Only only authorized people are allowed in. The place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets. But take care of the lady. Man. Tifa's not happy. Better take real good care of me then. And now we have the reactor music that we also knew from the other reactor, and Sephiroth is also already on his way doing stuff. We just ran out of the screen and it takes a really long time to get back. I hope we don't have random encounters or we're probably dead. Okay, now I think story time begins again. So this is a really interesting place in the game, and you see these weird things. So it's just a reactor. Why shouldn't Tifa be allowed here to go inside? What secrets could they have? Why was this reactor even built here? And we now find a terrifying answer to this question. I think we do. Actually hope that I could okay, it probably happens later. And as you can see, we can read Jenova all over the place. So above the door, things happen. And this is a huge part of a thing called the Jenova theory. But We come to this in a moment or later in the game, much later. I don't know. It's really difficult to not spoil too much, but this is... I also want to look again at stuff here. The question is that we have to ask later is, why on earth did they send Sephiroth here? Why? What did they thought would happen if he lands here? That's a question we need to ask. Another question we need to ask, it's what happens later. So let's start the story time. This is Jenova, right? It won't open. This is a reason for the malfunction. This part is broken. Doesn't look broken though. Cloud, close the valve. Why did it break? Now I see, Hojo. But doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gust. So we know the new name here. Cryopods. It's a little bit worse than cryopods. Actually, much worse. So the name Professor Gust we should also keep in mind. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed? Yeah, it becomes materia. Right, normally, but Hojo put something else in there. Take a look. Looks through the window. Oh, now it works. And what do we see? There's something in this thing. What is that? Normal members of soldiers are humans that have been showered with Mako. The difference from the others, they are different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They've been exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you. Is this some kind of monster? By the way, isn't this a Metallica song? But whatever. Exactly. And it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy. That's what these monsters really are. Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different? Hey, Sephiroth! No! Was I? Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all these monsters? Sephiroth! You saw it, all of them were humans. Human? No way! Ever since I was small, I felt that I was different from the others, special in some way. But not like this. Am I human? I didn't really understand what Sephiroth meant then. I was even more surprised Shinra was producing monsters. Damn, Shinra. The more I hear, the more I hate them. Who would have ever thought the macroreactor held such a secret? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Cloud. Don't you think so, Barrett? Why you talking to me? Save game and rest. I would say I want to make a save game here. We continue though. No, don't worry, but I want to have a save game for this. Yeah, maybe so. Want to take a breather here? Okay, so Cloud's Past. Yeah, that's a fitting title. We have this save. I should have saved in front of Kalm again, but whatever. The Matra Zauber, Matra Zauber, the, what's it called in English? Matra Magic we can get back, we could get, whatever. I saved. Let's continue. Tifa, were you waiting outside then? Yes. Save game, Chris. Yeah, I'm... it's been a long time, that's true. But in case the game crashes, playing it again would be annoying, and it's a weird port for PC and whatnot. Let's not fall into traps like these. We returned to Nibelheim. Sephiroth confined himself to the inn. He didn't even try to talk to me. Then, all of a sudden, he just disappeared, right? We found him inside the biggest building in Nibelheim. The village used to call it the Shinra Mansion. Long ago, people from Shinra used to live in that mansion. So this is also an interesting story detail and partially explains a few things. So our friend is still lost, the other soldier. We still have one of those. And isn't it weird that we have this reactor, crazy experiment, and in addition, this mansion here where once Shinra lived and did stuff? It is indeed kind of weird. And the game does now something really, really interesting on multiple layers. At least that is what we thought for a long time. Also, there is, of course, a piano here. How on earth am I supposed to play the piano on this thing here? That will be difficult. Maybe I can play it here. I don't know if it has the effect. It would be interesting, actually. And a start. Oh, interesting. Okay, we have to do it really slow then. This sound doesn't work. That's weird. Switch should be here. Okay, I can't play it then. That's interesting. Didn't know this. Oh. Page up, page down plus okay. That's so weird. There's some weird button inputs in here. Page up? What is page up? Okay. It doesn't work anyway because this button doesn't work, but maybe it's purpose. We come back to this thing later. As you can see, there's also a lot of rooms and windows and stuff. Oh, by the way, I need to switch back to not OBS, but my chat, so I can read what you guys are doing. That should be it. Okay. Yeah, it's a big mansion, a lot of rooms and things. You can also go upstairs. And we can't enter this room because there's something, a shelf before it. I don't know. I think that's a dead end. Let me think about. We need to go to the right, and I go to the left first. Oh yeah. Can I? Here's a giant safe, but I can't interact with it. I need to change my mouse cursor away a little bit. Okay. Nothing here. Okay, our soldier friend is here. We have a lot of books and scrolls and stuff lying around here. Oh, I spoiled it, but it's also hard to miss in my opinion. There's no sign of Sephiroth, but I know I saw him go into this room. And there's a secret door. And it will be interesting what we find out now. I can guarantee you that. Or at least in parts. Also like how some skeleton bones or whatever, there's some heads are lying here around. Kind of weird. I can't interact with this door here. As you can see, it doesn't show. It's a weird place. I think, why is this in the mansion? Why are skulls here? Okay, but here's a door I can go through. And look, a secret laboratory. An apparently dead organism was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. Professor Gust named that organism Jenova. X year, X months, X day. Jenova confirmed to be an ancient. X year, X months, X day. Jenova project approved. The use of Marco Reactor 1 approved for use. I can't do anything. So I'm still waiting. My mother's name is Jenova. Jenova Project. Is this just a coincidence? Professor Gust, why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you die? So, yeah, there's stuff going on here that is kind of a surprise. Shall we continue? Let me be alone. Let's explore a little bit further then. So this is, I don't know, a research study room. With all the knowledge they have gathered over time. Try to interact with some of the books, but it doesn't work. So, yeah, there are a lot of books here. And Sephiroth does not seem happy what he just found out. Looks like your room, yeah. This can either be a secret laboratory or the room of a Tolkien fan. So, yeah. That's interesting. Secret laboratory, Project Jenova. Jenova is his mother, as he learned. She's an ancient, as we learned too. But what is the most weird thing about this? Why on earth did they send Sephiroth here? To find that out? That's so weird that they did this, right? And I think this is a really, really important part we have to keep in mind throughout the story to actually understand what's going on. Or get an idea of what's going on. Why did they send him here? They sent him to the Merco reactor, fix this valve, and just bring him back. Couldn't they have just sent other strong soldiers that aren't, let's say, related to the really, really secret project that's going on there? And it can't be that the people didn't know about this. I mean, he was sent by Shinra here. They should have known. So why was Sephiroth sent here? This is a key question. So let's continue. Sephiroth didn't come out of the Shinra mansion. Sephiroth... Oh. Just reaction, sorry. He continued to read as if he were possessed by something, and not once did the light in the basement go out. This is also an interesting quote. Possessed by something. Dramatic music change. So let's check what our friend is doing. Sephiroth seems different. Also really cool music. I like what Nobuo Uematsu, really hard to say name, does with the music here in this game. Can we interact with the door now? No, we can't. We will later also learn something about this door. I can spoil that. Hahaha. Well, we had the concerned finding out about his past part. Now we get to the crazy part. Who is it? Traitor. Traitor? You ignorant traitor. I tell you, this planet originally belonged to the Ketra. Ketra was an itinerant race. Okay, I have to look this up. Sorry, not native speaker. My English vocabulary is not perfect. Oh boy, I'm really a mood killer, right? Oh, I wrote it wrong. I'm an idiot. It sounds Latin. I had Latin in school, but oh, this basically means something like nomads. Okay, could have told me, chat. No, just kidding. Itinerant race. They would migrate in, settle the planet, and move on. At the end of their hard, long journey, it was said they would find the promised land and supreme happiness. So Cloud knows about the promised land. He have heard about this before, as he just told us here. But those who disliked journeying appeared. They stopped their migration, built shelters, and elected to lead an easier life. They took that which the Katra and the planet had made without giving back one within return. There's a typo, I think. Yeah. So as said, the translation has problems at times. Those are your ancestors. Sephiroth? Long ago, disaster struck the planet. Your ancestors escaped. They survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing the Katra. After that, your ancestors continued to multiply. Now, all that's left of the Katra is in these reports. What does it have to do with you? Don't you see? An ancient named Jenova was found in a 2,000-year-old geological stratum. The Jenova Project. The Jenova Project wanted to produce people with the power of the ancients, or the Katra. I am what was produced. Produced? Yes. Professor Gast, leader of the Professor Gast, leader of the Jenova Project and genius scientist, produced me. How did he? Sephiroth. Out of my way. I'm going to see my mother. Okay. It's probably one of the coolest parts of the game, in my opinion, by the way. Still can't open this door. And we're also approaching one of the coolest cutscenes in video game history. At least it was really cool back in the day. Today probably it isn't anymore. Maybe I should just walk out. There's nothing to find in this building anymore. Well, that went really fast, really wrong. Really fast. Hey, is anyone here? Dangan, hey, it's you. You're still sane, right? Then come over here and help me. I'll check this house. You check that over there. Hey, am I going to die? Sephiroth. Well, we all know what house this here is. Well, terrible. This is too terrible. So where's he going? He goes back to Nibelheim, to Jenova. And Cloud follows him. Which is interesting. He didn't look for the others there, for Tifa stuff. And wait, Tifa? Why is Tifa here? Well, things become interesting. Papa! Sephiroth! Did Sephiroth do this to you? Sephiroth, Soldier, Markorex, Shinra. I hate them all! She also picked up the sword, in case you haven't noticed. That's her father. Poor Mr. Tifa's father. Weird why he's here, though. Mother, I'm here to see you. Please, open this door. How could you do that to Papa and all the townspeople? You promised that you would come when I was in trouble. Can I leave? I can. Just trying something out. Okay, nothing. Probably could have gone back to Nibelheim. But it would be a mood killer to not finish it. Interesting detail, the thing that exploded is suddenly repaired again. Wait a minute, before we face the final boss, we will, I need to know if it's possible, though. I assume it's not. No, it's not possible. I can't leave from here. It's just my nature to disobey orders from video games. It's what Deus Ex 1 made out of me. Okay, so prepare for fight. Well, we have no spells. We have still this one and the Buster Sword. And we're level 1. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? So, here we are, Jenova. Mother, let's take the planet back together. I thought of a great idea. Let's go to the promised land. Sephiroth? My family, my hometown. How could you do this to them? Haha, they've come again, Mother. With her superior power, knowledge, and magic, Mother was destined to become the ruler of this planet. This is also a really interesting thing that we should keep in mind. Power, knowledge, magic, destined to become the ruler of this planet. But they, those worthless creatures, are stealing the planet from Mother. But now I'm here with you. So don't worry. And there she is. Look at her, at her face. This is Jenova. What about my sadness, my family, friends, the sadness of having my hometown taken away from me? Also, Cloud has drawn a sword. It's the same as your sadness. Haha, my sadness? What do I have to be sad about? I'm the chosen one. I have been chosen. This is a really important phrase here. To be the leader of this planet. This is the most important sentence in the game for the Jenova theory. We have to read this very careful. I have orders to take the planet back from you stupid people for the Ketra. What should I be sad about? The most important thing here is that he has orders. This, however, is sadly a translation mistake. In the original, he does not say that he has orders, it's phrased differently. But that's another topic we will discuss a little bit later. But this is a really, really important sentence. I have orders to take the planet back from you stupid people for the Ketra. What should I be sad about? So, this is what we got when this game came out. Everyone read this. In the German version, it's also phrased like this because the German version was translated from the English version. So, yeah, of course, the same mistake is in this and probably in every other version that is not the Japanese version that was derived from the English version. So, or transformed. And yeah, this is a really important part of the game, this sentence. I can't point out how important this sentence is. So, let's see what else he has to say. Sephiroth, I trusted you. No, you're not the Sephiroth I used to know. Epilepsy warning. Should have said that earlier, but I forgot about it, sorry. And that's the end of my story. Wait a damn minute. That's it? No more? You are sorry. I don't remember. What happened to Sephiroth? In terms of skill, I couldn't have killed him. Official record states that Sephiroth is dead. I read it in the newspaper. Shinra Incoming owns the newspaper, so you can't rely on that. I want to know the truth. I want to know what happened. I challenged Sephiroth and lived. Why didn't he kill me? This is a really good question. I'm alive too. A lot of this doesn't make sense. What about Jenova? It was in the Shinra building, right? Shinra shipped it. Shinra shipped it from Nibelheim to Midgard. This is hard to say. Shinra shipped it. Weird. Did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building. This is a little bit confusing, but if we go back in time. Wait, let me find if I can find a screenshot. Jenova, Shinra HQ, destroyed. Let us find a picture of this reactor thing. There's none. That's sad. Or maybe I should have written it differently. Why is stuff sometimes so hard to find? Final Fantasy VII. What is it called? What's the English term for it where she was imprisoned in? Container, maybe. Destroyed container. Is there something else we would need to... Okay, I found one screenshot that's really small, but should do the trick, I guess. I think it would be easier to just go back to our trusted friend. Good old twitch.tv/ because at the beginning of the stream, of course I got an advertisement. At the beginning of the stream we saw it for a brief moment, if I remember correctly. Let's try to find it. I can show it to you guys. Problem is the yeah, there. Did I? Yeah, there it is. No, too far. How do I do this? F1, and there's the stupid play button in the way, but whatever. We make it work. Where's my stream thing? So, if you remember, now we think back of what happened in the Shinra headquarters. Transition, I hope it works. And this is basically what we played. And here, as you can see, there is a hole inside this thing here, in this container, let's call it this way. And it was here where we saw this thing here. So kind of interesting. So we looked into it, it was there. It's the same as we saw in this cutscene, just that this part, her head is actually missing. Nope. 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 That's it. Hard to navigate with the tabs. And then, suddenly, when we were imprisoned, this thing here was opened, and he says it was opened from inside. So this thing inside this reactor, Jenova, got out in this building without having even a head. And it was missing there all of a sudden, and we don't know what's going on. And we followed the blood from here all the way up the elevator. And then we can skip a little bit ahead, I think. Nope. It's kind of Inception-like that we looking at the stream again. It took me a long time to get to this point, though. So we followed it all the way up to... Oh boy, I'm really a slow player, right? Come on. Come on, Chris. You can make it to the president. There it is. And then the blood was suddenly gone. Sephiroth was here. it killed this guy. So maybe did Sephiroth free Jenova? This would be a conclusion we could come up at this point here. But of course, we will. I won't solve this conclusion yet. I know the answer to this to some degree. But yeah, this is kind of weird, isn't it? And then we are here, and now we learn that Jenova was in this other city called Nibelheim, which is a hometown of Cloud. And there, Sephiroth probably freed her. But how did she, when he freed her there, how did she get to the building in the Shinra? It doesn't make sense, as Ares said here. So, did someone carry it out later? It was missing from the Shinra building. So, what happened there? How did it got there? So, the Shinra took there. Somehow, Sephiroth probably died. Cloud and Tifa survived. And Jenova was taken to the Shinra headquarters all of a sudden. It's kind of weird. Sephiroth. Damn, none of this makes sense. I'm going, gone. And I'm leaving the thinking to you. Yo, Cloud, let's get a move on. Wait a second. Cloud, what's wrong? You just gonna stand there while Sephiroth head for the promised land? I ain't letting Sephiroth or Shinra get to the promised land. To no promised land. If they do, then we are all screwed. You know what? I'm just saying. Beautiful, just beautiful. Just leave it to me. Oh, brother. Cloud. How bad was I after Sephiroth? How bad was I after Sephiroth stabbed me? I thought you were a goner. I was so sad. The ancients, Ketra, Jenova, Sephiroth, and myself. Let's go. Barrett's waiting. What a fascinating story. It true is. So that was a lot of story to process. Yo, Cloud, here. Receive PHS. Changing party members. Access the menu and select PHS. It can only be used on the world map or at a save point. It hurt my head. Yeah, you haven't even seen half of it. If you think, yeah, that's the story, and we just find out a few things, there's a lot more story to explore here. That's why this is it's one of the 2 favorite games of all time for me. So there must be a reason for it, right? Changing party members. Save point. Yeah, we already read that. Sorry for that. With PHS, I can see you anytime. All right then, we're out of here. $20 a night. Just stay and process what we just learned. It was a lot of story time, as you have seen. And I could also tell you some stuff and some connections that you could have noticed if you paid a lot of attention. But I say it from the perspective of someone who played through this game like 20 times. I know this, or back in the day I knew this game really, really well. But I haven't played it in like, I don't know, 15 years or something, so quite a long time. And yeah, it's still great. I'm really happy that this game is still so great. Even though it doesn't look so, but it looks really dated and old, but it's a good game. But there's some weird stuff in it, and let's see. Have we explored everything? I forgot. Probably say, hey, Chris, you already did this, but I actually forgot. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Listen to me. Just now, some guy in a black cloak walked east towards the grassy field. What a coincidence, right? A guy in black cloak walked east. He's got this killer sword and looks real scary. Okay, he got a killer sword. So who could this be? Tourist, huh? Here are a few things you should know that will come handy when you travel around the world. Okay, tell me, now we take the tutorial. Then let me explain. How to use a world map. Oh no! I don't want to know actually. I know how to use a world map. Please, please. No, that's all. Thank you, sir. Well then, bon voyage. Thanks to the macro engine. Okay, we already got this here. This is a macro reactor. I assume it looks like a small macro reactor or something. The famous floating city. Okay, we got this dialogue here. This is about the dad. And his son is really worried about him. Wrong button. Oh, we still have a limit to spend. Cloud. Is there a building that we haven't looked upon yet? I don't think so, right? Oh, weird, I was stuck there for a moment. It feels like Christmas. Does it? That's a good thing, I guess. Used to live there. I still can't remember the clock thing. Wasn't it here? Or was it somewhere else? It was like a little clock riddle or something. Okay, just robbing random people that are poor probably. Yeah, Marco and make my life easier. Yeah, we already got this. Probably could have said that a little bit more friendly. But her daughter knows what's going on, so... So weird. Must be... I could swear it was this clock here or something. So weird. But I can't interact with it. Let's talk to this guy again. Doesn't... But whatever. It's almost time to wrap up the stream though. I think this is a really good point to make a cut. Because we had a lot of story. It's from Ubuo Nuematsu. Uematsu. Nobuo Uematsu. It's really hard to say for me. I don't know why. It's spelled like this, I think. I can double check if you want. And he's a genius, in my opinion. I was once in Cologne on a concert. He was also there. Yeah. Oh, What letter did I miss? Oh, Umematsu, not Ume-ue. I said it right, but I typed wrong. And this concert was one of the best things I've ever heard in my life. So it was, so there was, I think it was an orchestra of Cologne. Oops, I'm not sure, but it was a really good orchestra from Germany, and they performed a lot of his stuff. and it was really amazing. He was also there, and he also gave autographs, but the line was so long I couldn't get one. I had my Final Fantasy VII PC version that I own with me, which is quite, or not quite, but it's worth a little bit of money, you could say, or it was back in the day. It was quite limited, and the game is so famous, so when people wanted to play it, they wanted to get it for PC, so the price climbed a little bit, but whatever. I just wanted an autograph from Uematsu on it, but I couldn't get one, sadly. Just wasn't enough time. But it was still amazing, though. Also really interesting that we got this information. So there is Midgar. We got the spell already. We should save. And I think I could also show you the PHS that we now have. Now we have unlocked the other. You have the little jingle there. Now we can just change out party members. On the world map you can change them whenever you want. On the other maps, not. Could also check equip, because I bought a lot of equip for those dudes. Oh, the star pendant is an item for red. Oh, it's not an item, it's protects against poison, huh? Quite good. But he needs damage, so... But there are no poison enemies anyway, right? Still can't buy an upgrade for him. But we can upgrade Tifa a lot, from 13 to like 24. What about time for this upgrade for her? And we can maybe... I think... Yeah, he has a lot of materia to carry around. Maybe we can change this a little bit. Okay, she has one more slot now for this thing. Well, we have so much materia now. Okay, there's still one materia I need to... No, it's just sense. Okay, that actually we don't need sense at all. So that would mean I can equip the Mistral thing again, and we don't lose anything. But yeah, we have a lot of materia carrying around. We want to level as much of it as possible. Let's just make more fights and get a little teaser for what could be coming next. Oh, let's use this attack on the enemy. Now we see also Cloud's other sword. See, the model has changed. Like 400 damage. Kind of impressive, right? Really cool attack, in my opinion. Yeah, so also, do you see at the top EXP, that's our, for the character level, and AP, that is for the spells. Yes, Pokemon battle, basically. When did the first Pokemon game release, though? I think that was far after Final Fantasy VII, though. A lot of games, JRPGs, were like this back in the day. Pokemon first game release. Shouldn't Google while streaming, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Oh, no, it did not release. It was actually a year prior, if this is correct. Pokemon video game series. Yeah, Red and Green was 1996. That was so early. Really impressive, though. The question is, when did it release in Europe? I think it was Japan. Yeah, 98 it released outside of Japan. That's interesting, right? So that's a reason why, yeah, nice. You knew. I should have trusted in you instead of looking it up. But it's also interesting that it was released 1998 in the Western world. So now we go to a new plane, the world map, and see this beautiful texture pop. And that's also the reason, I assume, why this angle here exists. So we don't see the clipping all the time. But we don't care. And there's a new building we haven't seen before. And he was talking about grassland, so here. A new enemy that looks kind of funny. What's it called? Elf Dunk. I think, I'm not sure if this is a reasonable name for an enemy. Also has one of the longest animations ever. But it was kind of funny. When the game has the normal graphic, it's okay, but here, in this thing, it looks actually decent for a PlayStation 1 game. And then you have the cutscene, so this game has like, I don't know, several different graphic in-game qualities. It's so weird. Okay, now we see something weird. We see footsteps. What is this? It's like... So this is actually a quite interesting thing. We also see this area also looks different. And if you just have seen it, there's something moving around there. So, weird place. Maybe we probably can't get a fight, right? It'd be funny if it worked. No. Leprechaun, huh? Oh, by the way, just to give you an idea how powerful the spell here is, that you can get really early in this game. I think those small enemies here in front are also actually quite powerful. Oh, they are magic immune. That's interesting. Obviously, we now see that Cloud does suddenly far above 100 damage. That's because we now use the correct sword. So there's a farm, weird thing with something moving inside. We have also a beach, quite interesting. If you walk on the beach and you get a random fight on the beach, you of course get a different biome, you could say. See, you also fight at the beach in the fighting scene. You just roast this guy. Oh, by the way, do you see the limit bars? We have a status effect. I think it's not fury, but I think sadness or something. I think you take less damage, but also your limit bar feels slower or something like this. So if we go, yeah, all four have sadness. Yeah, it was a sad story actually. Cloud lost his mother. Tifa almost got killed. Tifa lost her father. A lot of stuff has happened. Oh, by the way, we could steal from them. Not sure who do we want to steal from, but oh wait, 13 is in the limit now. I hope they survive, because we need to still get 200 damage to the guys in the back. It's really a lot of this. Also turn to damage. Oh, we stole the nut. This is interesting. Interesting item though. By the way, does our friend Red 13 has, I think, lightning and elemental, so he does additional lightning damage. And when this gets more powerful, he does even more lightning damage. That's another thing. So, yeah. We will save again here in front of... Oh, that was wrong, save spot. We want to take save spot 3. Also, my voice is failing, I feel. A lot of talking, a lot of reading, no break for me in cutscenes. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. This was one of the coolest parts of this game, in my opinion. It's really, really interesting, and a lot of little details are in there to discover. And we will come back to them later. And in my opinion, this part and what we will learn much later in the game is connected to each other, is what makes this game so great. We will later learn some secrets about this and some interesting story details that you probably would not have expected at this point, and it's kind of interesting. We also played 12 hours already, oh boy. Time passes by. So I would say there's not much, too much more to say. I say thank you guys for watching. I hope you come back next time where we continue this and see how far we will get. There's a lot of story. We haven't even left the continent, the first one, so you can imagine this is a big game. And yeah, thank you. I hope you liked it. Thank you, Angmar. Always nice to have you in the chat too. And for me, it's good night, but you probably have a few hours left, so good evening. And see you next time, right? You hurt your neck? Oh, that's not good. You should not hurt your neck. But yeah, see you next time, and goodbye.